Can I have props, please?
We are ready.
Do that. Client set downstairs, nice and quiet everywhere. Okay, yeah. Here we go. Journey. Speed. Okay, ready and action.
Is the camera's recording? Okay, sorry. Oh, what are you doing this summer? The question I've avoided for weeks now. How do you explain to someone that you have this idea that could either amount to something or have nothing come of it? I feel like as college students, it's easy to anticipate and try to plan for whatever's coming next. Where can I be looking for jobs? What classes do I need to be taking next semester? Who can I be looking up on LinkedIn? And honestly, my peers are doing some pretty incredible things. Interning at big companies, traveling the world, building their resumes. Some of my friends are doing some things that I seriously considered and was honestly really excited about. I realized I wanted to try something different, even if I have no idea how it'll turn out. So what am I doing this summer? I'm building a brand, and I have no idea what I'm doing. I can't even tell if it's on or not. Hello? Update. The camera was on. This is Should Be Told, a series where I track down stories that are hiding in plain sight and bring them to life. I plan to search for people who have stories about things they've done, or things that they're actively working on that would blow your mind. I want to talk to self-starters, the dreamers, the people who've had to swim upstream, those who have seen a problem and chose to do something about it. And I want to document it all in a cinematic, origin story, documentary-influenced way. I want to celebrate people in the wild, winding journeys that shaped who they are. I hope these stories reflect what it means to be human. The hardships, the trial and error, the detours, the growth. I hope they remind us to slow down and actually talk to people. Beyond the surface level stuff, but the conversations that reveal who someone really is. Stories rooted in passion, pain, curiosity, joy, real people and real moments. I also hope that these stories can facilitate interesting conversations and lessons that we can take things away from and maybe even apply to our own lives. We pass by people with interesting stories every day and sometimes have no idea because of the noise that floods our everyday lives. Especially now when politics divides us, fear surrounds us, and busy lives disconnect us from what really matters. We're out of touch with meaningfully talking, connecting with people. And I think stories can help us find our way back. Thinking about our own personal experiences, I know we can at least think of one person in our individual networks that has done something or is doing something that just blows your mind. I think of my grandma.
Someone got the cake pan out and tried.
My grandmother was little Cindy.
Someone to talk to, someone to laugh with. Phoebe, Phoebe, the funny little circus clown.
In the late 50s, she was a Columbia recording star, had a record, and visited radio stations up and down the East Coast.
Also on our show, the delightful star of Columbia Records, Little Cindy.
I remember being shown this picture when I was younger and wrapping my head around the fact that my Grammy and Johnny Cash were on the same record label. And it wasn't until recently that we were looking through her collection of records and articles that we came across a signed Johnny Cash album that she didn't even know that she had. Her story isn't what you would expect, though. Performing was hard for a shy 9-year-old little girl who really just wanted to be out playing with her friends. Rehearsals, performing, traveling, being little Cindy took her away from what she wanted to be, a kid. I think this is the beauty of this story, though. It's about authenticity. It's about staying true to who you are. Have you ever thought about the people you've lost and realized all the things you didn't get a chance to ask them? I think about that a lot. I remember watching Masters of the Air on Apple TV, blown away by what those soldiers went through. I remember thinking, how could anyone survive those missions? In the era depicted in the show, B-17 crews had to complete a minimum of 25 combat missions to finish their first tour and return home. My great-grandfather was one of those men. He was a tail gunner on a B-17 called Little Cheeser. He flew 33 missions. My other grandfather flew gliders in World War II, but I don't know much more than that. And that's what haunts me. These aren't movie plots, they're real stories from people we loved. And too often, we let them slip away. That's part of what drives me to do this.
You want it?
Like I'm doing a show. So hi, I'm Taylor. I'm starting a series, and I want to tell stories. The kind of stories that stick with you. Stories that make people wonder what's possible instead of getting stuck in what isn't. I don't know what stories we'll uncover or who I'll find myself talking to, but in a way, that's the exciting part. And I hope the stories I tell uncover something in you. A spark, a sense of maybe that could be me, or maybe even a dream you didn't know you had. Because sometimes hearing someone else's story helps you see your own a little more clearly. And I want to hear from you too. If you have an amazing story or know someone that does, let's talk. Let's find the ones that need a spotlight. I want to tell stories that should be told.